Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My subscribers on YouTube, peeps on Facebook, everyone at the House of Nerdom, and of course, the P111 YouTube channel. It is the DOUG here, once again, and it's time for another video game review, and a game that I just platinumed yesterday. You know, technically this game came out Friday, you know. I picked it up Thursday at 9 p.m. at GameStop, and of course I'm talking about Tekken 7. Now, of course, Tekken 7 is the latest installment of the Tekken franchise, and it's about the Mishima clan. Most importantly, Heihachi and his son and his dead wife. We find out the story of this cursed bloodline. Now, I'm not going to talk about the story yet. We're going to talk about trophies in the online. The trophies for this game are very easy, believe it or not. So if you're a trophy hunter out there and you want to get a fighting game that's easy to get trophies for, this is definitely the game for you. But one of the biggest complaints, and I've noticed it on Facebook, PSN, even some of the people I've watched on YouTube have complained about this, it is the online netcode. It is crap. Half the time, and I know this from experience because it took me forever to get a ranked match going, that when you go to rank, either you do warm-up or the search one, you hit yes, but you get disconnected anyway. It says connection lost to the player. And that happens in all three categories a lot of the time. So just be warned, if you're going online, you will have to deal with bad netcoding. To me, it is the worst netcode I've ever seen for an online fighting game, and if I recall correctly, Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag 2 also had this issue to a degree. So just be warned, the online is not that great. Now, of course, let's go to the story mode. Now, I'm not going to show off, because I completed story and all the chapter episodes for the characters, which there's only one match for characters, which is freaking hilarious. The story mode won't last that long. It takes about maybe an hour and 30 minutes. So, and there is no difficulty penalty. So, if you're having trouble, you can lower the difficulty. Or if you want to be hardcore, you can raise the difficulty. And I'm not going to move what the ending is. It's not my job. It is nice to know you get to go through some of the more important sagas in the Tekken franchise, you know. So just keep that in mind. It is a fun little story, and it's a fun little one, but I'm going to be honest though, why it is fun, it is short, and Injustice 2, which by the way also has better netcode, the story mode in Injustice 2 is long. Not saying this one's bad, but if you're going for longevity, you probably won't find it here. And this brings me to the character episodes. You know, usually in the Tekken games, you know, you play arcade mode and then you get an ending. In this game, however, arcade mode does not have the endings. You have to go to character episodes, and I'm going to show you what I mean, what's wrong with it. Of course, this is my boy Brian Fury. Brian Fury is dubbed Hand at making enemies, but when you travel the world picking fights, this is not exactly a surprise. So when Brian appeared in a war-torn city, he took the opportunity to go onto a rampage, pretty much. Here's the thing. You only do one match to see the character ending. That's it. To me, that's kind of disappointing to a degree. Because now I love playing arcade mode, and I'm going to show arcade mode off after this match. Because arcade mode, while it is fun, it has a problem as well. Hot punch. Now the good thing about the trophies, by yesterday, so some of them you cannot get in verse offline. You can get them in arcade, treasure battle, and practice mode. So keep that in mind for a lot of the offline trophies. Yes, this is his character ending, by the way, folks. And that's it. That's how you get the character endings. Just one match and then you're done. Kind of disappointing, but I guess because they concentrated more on the main story, that's why. But that's a little sad to me. I think they could have done a better job on that, but that's just my opinion. Let's go continue with the offline stuff. Of course, before we show off Arcade and Treasure Battle, there are character customization, which you can customize a character. Kind of like the guild system to a degree in Injustice 2, but in this one there's really nothing that, you know, you do differently. It's just you can change how they look or anything and all that. Which is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, you can make them look however you want, which is nice. I'm not going to say it's not. But one of my favorite things is to do, you can actually make some other characters. Like you can make Violet, of course. And of course you have all this. Just keep that in mind. It is nice to do customization and all that. I don't have the money for it right now, but I will show off one of the custom characters in the 2 modes. And then of course you got player customization, which lets you decide the tagline for your thing, your title plate, your player information panel, and your health gauge, which of course I chose New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now of course there are also 2 other features that are kind of cool for the extras as well. That of course you got the jukebox, which has every soundtrack from every Tekken game ever freaking made. So yeah, so that's that. If you want to listen to some good music while you're either playing or while you're cleaning your room or your house, here you go. No point using the computer. And of course the gallery as well, which where you can get and watch every ending from every Tekken game, and also buy some fancy artwork as well. And there's also something called a pachinko packet slot, which I'm going to presume is the pachinko machines. But you do also buy some fancy cool artwork as well. Personally, this one's my favorite. Heyo! For obvious reasons. Because of booty. Now let's go show off some of the offline modes. There's only really 4 offline modes: Arcade, Treasure, Verse Battle, and Practice. Practice, there is a trophy. You have to do 50,000 worth of damage, but you can also get some of the stage trophies as well. So, which is surprising. In Practice you can get a lot of the trophies in, which I think is hilarious. On Verse Battle you really can't get any of the trophies in there, but if you do have a second controller and you have a brother or sister, it is a fun thing to do. But let's go to Arcade mode. Because all you get in Arcade mode is credits, and that's about it. Of course I'm going to be on the left. Of course I'm going to pick King for this. And anyone who's a big old wrestling fan and watches New Japan will probably understand this costume. Now, we'll point out in Arcade mode, the final boss will either be one or 2 things: Heihachi's wife or Akuma. So keep that in mind. I do find it funny, we're fighting on a volcano, we'd probably be dead. Ow. The tornado DDT right on the lava. Why not? Get ready for the next battle. Now, if you do have a PlayStation VR, you can play in VR mode. I do not have one, so I cannot do that. Alright, Master Raven, who's one of the new characters, but she kind of plays like the Raven from Tekken 5 and 6 and 4. Oh no, just Tekken 5 and 6. She wasn't in 4. DDT. And this king being a badass. Get ready for the next battle. See, anyway, the trophies are kind of easy. Just, again, I know I probably said that earlier, but they really are. I mean, I think the first night I had this, I ended up getting about 60 to 70% of the trophies unlocked. Here's another new character. She's a foul-mouthed person. But she's getting big knockers, so I'm sure my buddy Brad will like her. Suplex. I do want to show the rage art thing, so come on, hit me. Hit me again. Now this is a special rage art because of the costume. And down she goes. Now guess what? This is stage 4. It's the sub-boss, Heihachi. There's only 5 stages, so yeah. Kind of upsetting. I remember when arcade modes back in on the older Tekkens had longer ones. Yeah. Boo. DDT. Goodbye, Heihachi. Make it rain money. And boom, boom, boom. Rainmaker. And we will be fighting Heihachi's wife on this one, which is fine. Kazuha. Devil's Pit. I do find it funny she can launch a tiger out of nowhere. That is still freaking hilarious. Now, one thing I will point out when we get to Treasure Battle, unlike some of the other games where you got to choose who you got to face, particularly, I know in Tekken 5 you'll get to choose who you wanted to face. In this one, you do not. And this will always be, the final boss will always be a 2-battle one no matter what. And this is when she goes Super Saiyan. Yep, I made a Dragon Ball Z joke. Deal with it. Ow. Time to end this. JBL would be proud. And that's it, guys. That's the end of arcade mode. That's short. And then she just disappears. And that's it. That's arcade mode in a nutshell. And of course, the last thing you can do offline is the treasure battle, which is just how you get most of your money in the chest to unlock a lot of the stuff in customization. Yoshimitsu. So overall, here's my final thoughts of the game. When I show off treasure battle, the game does have a lot of good things, extras, you know, the artwork, the character customization. The story mode's not bad, but I wish it was longer, and I wish the character episodes were longer as well. Arcade mode's fun, and it's an easy way to get 50,000 bucks, but again, it's too short. Online mode, when you can get it to work, it's a fun thing. He just flew in like a bat out of hell. Ow. Ow. And he did. So yeah, like I said, if you can get the online to work, good luck. And good night. And then you get a chest for that. Because I'm kind of torn because I want to give it a good score because I love the Tekken franchise, but I'm not really happy with this one, you know? It's kind of like, trophy-wise, it's good, you know, if you're a trophy hunter. Gameplay-wise, it's alright. I wish there was more in it though, and I can understand why a lot of people gave it a lot of high scores. I can, but because of the netcode, because story mode, you know, it is good, is a little short for me, and the character episodes I wish were longer. Tekken 7 gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's got a lot of cool extras, and treasure battle will keep you playing a long time, so you can get every character customized to your liking. And the trophies are easy, but with, like I just said, the online being bad, story mode being too short, there are things that I wish were different. Now, I would like to know what you guys' opinion of Tekken 7 is if you have played it already. Do you agree with me and give it a 3.5 out of 5, or do you disagree, and why do you disagree? I just want to know why if you do agree with me, but I'd like to know why as well. And until next time, this is, and I would add this as well, before I forget. if you want a fun, easy to pick up fighting game, you can play with your friends online. If the Tekken 7 would be is good for you when the netcode works. If you want a more challenging fighting game to a degree, I'd go with Injustice 2, mostly because of the netcode, and the story mode in Injustice 2 is longer and better. But Tekken 7, you should still pick up. I'd probably say go to a Redbox first if you're not a big Tekken fan. I do think they're going in the right directions with the story, but I just wish everything was a little longer, if you know what I mean. Until next time, this is the DOUG signing off, saying thank you for watching. Again, let me know what you think of the review. Do you disagree or agree with it getting a 3.5 out of 5? And for the love of God, Namco, fix the netcoding. It is the worst thing about this game. Till next time, this is the DOUG signing off for my channel and the P111 YouTube channel. Have a good night, everybody.